What if I told you there was a place where humans were no longer called people, but logs? The wind that moved across Pingfang carried a strange kind of silence. At first glance, the complex looked like any other military facility. Orderly buildings, guarded gates, smoke rising from chimneys into the cold Manchurian sky. Soldiers moved with discipline. Doctors in white coats walked with purpose, and everything seemed controlled. But beneath that order, something far darker lived. Inside the walls of the Pingfang complex, part of what was known as Unit 731, human beings were stripped of their identities. Men, women, even children were brought in and reduced to numbers, to objects, to something less than human. A young assistant named Hiroshi had only been there a few weeks. He told himself he was serving his country, that everything had a purpose, that the whispers he heard at night were just his imagination, until one day he was ordered to observe. He stood in a cold room, notebook in hand, as a prisoner was strapped to a table. The doctor spoke calmly, like they were discussing a routine procedure. No anger, no hesitation, just silence. Hiroshi's hands trembled as he wrote. Outside, life went on. Trains passed in the distance. Snow began to fall. But inside Pingfang, time felt frozen, trapped in a place where humanity had been abandoned. At night, Hiroshi couldn't sleep. The silence wasn't quiet anymore. It was heavy, filled with echoes he couldn't escape. And that's when he realized something even more terrifying. The most dangerous thing about Pingfang wasn't just what was happening inside it, it was how normal it all felt to the people who worked there. Years later, when the war ended and the truth slowly began to surface, the world struggled to understand how such a place could exist, how ordinary people could become part of something so inhuman. Pingfang was eventually destroyed, its secrets buried under rubble and time, but history remembers, because some stories aren't just meant to be told, they're meant to be remembered, so they never happen again. So tell me, do you think people are born evil, or do situations create it?